Hello and welcome back. This is Brave Diamonds Handmade, and I'm Natalie, the creator and maker behind the brand. And yes, I have bangs now. I did it myself. Let's move on. Today's video is just going to be a quick recap of my makes and some recent acquisitions. Nothing like last week, but I do have a confession to make. There will be one more yarn haul, and then that really will be it, unless I get one gifted to me. But some of this yarn was picked up for me, so I want to share that. But I think I'm going to get into the makes first because I have a lot of stuff around here. This is a snake that I am working on. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, let me fix its face. Okay. I literally just started it for my son. Wasn't sure about the eye color, but I went ahead and put them in. Because if he doesn't want this, then I'm still going to make it to sell. But if he wants it, then he can have this one. I'll make a different one. But he's going to think about it because he wanted red eyes. And red eyes on an orange snake, it really doesn't stand out very well. Not only that, but I don't have red eyes. So I put brown eyes. These are sinker eyes, and they have like a shiny brown. And the way the light hits it, it kind of looks reddish. But that was the best I could come up with, without just buying just red sinker eyes, which I wasn't going to buy it. Not just for that. So anyway, so that's like a work in progress. You could say it's a whip, and I have two other whips that, oh, I'm supposed to see that. And I have two other whips that I'm working on. I'm filming a video series about this. It's going to be about the toothless and how to train your dragon patterns. I want to make a few. I bought a pattern online on Etsy, and it's right here. It is baby night dragon and baby light dragon. This is a paper pattern on Etsy. It's by Snuggle Beans Crochet, like I said, Shannon and Monroe. And so I started it. I'm going to leave it back where it was. And I'm doing both. I'm kind of doing them concurrently. So I do one, and then I put that down, and then I do the other one. So here they are. Aren't they so cute? There's their heads. That's all I'm done with so far, is their heads. You know who that is. And you should know who that is. So they're so cute. My daughter is like, I thought you were making these for me. And I'm like, these are for sale. But she wants them for her. I don't know if I gave her that idea or not. Now I have to think about that. But yeah. So those are my whips, my works in progress. But now some completed stuff that I made this week. First, fresh off the hook, I made 4 drift octopus. Here they are. I just finished this one. I still need to weave in the ends. This is kind of like a blush pink color. This guy, I like the way this turned out. This is a dark navy blue. This is a Bernat Mystical. And this pink mystical color. I have the ball band over there. I'll mention it here when I look at when we go through our acquisitions. That was one of them. So I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways. And this is the other that's also in a green Bernat Mystical color. So that's that. I also did a little video series on penguins, which I'm going to be uploading this week. And so I did several penguin patterns. I said several. I did 3. And I didn't get them all. I have to get the other one to show you here. But so here is the first one that I did. And I will link, this was a free Instagram pattern, and it came with a reindeer as well. But I will link that down below. And it's so cute. He has a little hat. Now the hat, the light kind of washes things out here. I'm sorry I don't have a better lighting to show you. But this is kind of a light blue, and this is a turquoise blue, and this is like a gold color. This is velvet yarn. And I didn't have red in the velvet yarn, and so I had used like a dark pink. So that's that one. And I still need to make what did I say it came with? The reindeer. I still need to make the reindeer that goes with it. I haven't made that yet. I got all sidetracked. And then this penguin This is from Crochet by Jenna. She has a free tutorial. This one turned out really cute. This is a dark blue. This is the same blue that is this drift pattern, and a light blue. This yarn in a kind of a cream color, a little black feet and a little orange for the beak. All of this yarn was the yarn that I got last week in that premiere video, or maybe you just saw it, the yarn that came early. Okay, let me look at the other penguins real quick. I realized that I have the other penguins. I didn't grab them. My son has claimed them. So one more. Okay, so here is one that I made. This was an online pattern, another free Instagram pattern, and I will link it down below, and I'll put a picture of it here. I had to work this pattern a few times because I just kept messing it up. I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, so there he is. You can see his face and his legs. Everything is just a little bit off. Everything is a little bit crooked. And even in the pattern, it says you may need to shift some things, and I thought I did, but I thought I shifted it, but I apparently it was all jacked up. But my son loved it, so I let him have it because otherwise I didn't want to look at it. So I tried it again, and it was even worse the second time, so bad that I just threw it away. I was almost done with it, and I threw it away. And then I decided I don't want to have a pattern defeat me. So I tried it a third time, and that time I got it. And it was just a mini version of this. I used a thinner velvet yarn, and it came out much better. I don't have it here with me, but I'll put a picture in here if I can find it. And that came out much better. So success in the end. But yeah, so that was, I'm working on editing that video now. So you guys will be able to see the final results of all that. But yeah, that was my little penguin pattern roundup. I really don't have much. I didn't have much to say. I mean, Jenna's pattern was really great. I didn't really have any problems with it. I didn't have any problems with this one either. And any problems that I had with this was really just on me. So all the patterns were really great. I can recommend them. They were all basically free patterns. And I'm still on the hunt for like the perfect market prep friendly pattern that I can really knock out and it looks good. So this was pretty good for that, but this is just a little bit big. It took just a little bit more time than I'd like to spend, but maybe that's because it was my first time doing it. But I could maybe get the time down if I did it a couple more times. I could maybe get, I mean, I think it maybe took an hour, so not long. I mean, I could still sell, I could sell this. I could sell the heck out of this. But, you know, you're always on the lookout for those patterns that take like 20 minutes. So anyways, oh, I forgot. I do have one other work in progress. I forgot it here. This one is from Wonder Buddies, and I started this at the beginning. I'm not showing these in any particular order, but since I noticed that that was still sitting there, I figured I'd show you. I got the Wonder Buddies crochet. I had crocheted these Grinches back there, and I saw a video, Stitches by Patty, I think is her channel. She was doing a whole bunch of these little mini Grinches, and she was trying to see how many she could do. She did like 20 of them. I don't know. That's a lot, but she was knocking them out, and I noticed that she could kind of, I noticed that she could batch make them, and that's really what drew me in. Like, oh, I could batch make these. And so I like that idea of just being able to crochet all the bodies and then go and add all the eyes and the stuffing and do the last round, and then it's done. That was really appealing to me. So I bought the pattern, and it is Wonder Buddies. It is Knots by Jack, and it's on Etsy, paid for pattern on Etsy, but you get all these. You get, what is that, 6 patterns. That's a really good price, you guys. I mean, the price, that's a really good deal. The price is good. I mean, you can't beat it when you get these multi-packs, and it's like $6, $8, and you get multiple patterns. I mean, it's just great. So I did the Grinch. As you can see, he's so cute, and this really was fast, and I liked his expression. She had some whites on the eyes, and I did not add any to his eyes. I might go back and do that, but anyway. And so, the other I did the snowman, and I thought, now actually the snowman took way longer. I think the Grinch would be faster to make, because you just kind of do it all at once. It's one piece. There's no color changing. The snowman didn't have really hardly any color changing, but he has accessories. So, and that might have been a little bit much. But anyways, so I did a whole bunch of these, and so I just have the bodies done. And let's see how many I have. How many? There's only 3. But when I get these done, and one of them I didn't make with this one has little, let me see if I go back. This one has little bobbles for feet, and I forgot to do it on this one, but I don't really think it needs it, because when I lived in a snowy area, I lived in Maryland for a long time, we would build a snowman. Well, honestly, we didn't do that very often, because building a snowman is not that fun. I'm sorry. It's cold, it's wet, but when we would try and do it, we never bothered with giving him feet. So I don't know. But maybe that's because we were trying to get out of the cold. So he has a little scarf, a little hat. And so anyways, I have to just put them all together. And I don't know why I'm taking so long. But I've got them here in this little Ziploc bag. It's just a matter of doing the details, and those are done. And I'm going to have those for sale at my parents' antique store. And so that is that. That was really my last whip to show you guys. So from here on out, it's just the rest of my makes, and then we'll get into the yarn acquisitions, which isn't too bad this week, okay? So I made some cats. I don't remember if I showed you all these cats, but I have some more cats here that I made. I made at least 4 cats this week. Loaf cat. So here they are. First one is I made this with that Bernat blanket yarn that was kind of multicolored. It was supposed to be for granny squares. But I decided to use it for a loaf cat because the colors were kind of realistic. But it ended up striping. Sorry, I have my window right by here, and sometimes family members go driving by, or delivery trucks will pull up, and I just sometimes get distracted. And right now it's nothing, but I can sometimes hear things from planes going overhead, and it might sound like a truck coming up, and then you just catch leaves falling out of your peripheral, and you're like, what's going on out there? But anyways, and I have the boys here with me, my 3 dogs. They don't bark at anything hardly, which is nice on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like the whole delivery truck can be here pulling up and they won't make a sound. And I'm like, come on, guys. We're out in the country. You could bark out here, at least bark at a stranger coming up. But anyway, side note. Let's get back to cats now. Cats don't bark either, especially these cats. This one, striped. And here he is. Now I had done a different face, but the face looked so bad. Let's see in the back. You can kind of see him better. You can see the colors better. Anyway, so he's cute. He's all right. You can see the stripes, how it worked out. I did a little bunda in white. He's cute. I did kind of, what color eyes? These are kind of goldish eyes, yellow eyes. All the cats I've ever had have had like yellow eyes, maybe green. And then, and this is a pattern, the Loaf Cat by, oh my gosh, Annie Caraway, right? Anyways, it's this pattern. It's this pattern. She has a video tutorial on YouTube. And this is it's an amazing pattern. It's wonderful. Highly recommend. And everybody pretty much knows it and makes it. Anyways, so that's this guy. He's pretty cute. But not, the way his face is kind of brown on the edge, it almost makes him look like, the face I had on him before made him look like a bear. And that wasn't what I was going for. So I changed it back to just the X. And he looks a little more cat-like now. But the only modification I do is I do the tail. She will have you do a little crochet a little tube and sew it on. But instead of doing that, I prefer to just attach my yarn and chain a tail, and just do it like that, because it just saves me more time that way. And sometimes when I'm decreasing and I'm down to the last round, I might try and just do it right there as I'm closing. And you do what you can, but sometimes it doesn't always come out exactly right. So I think it's actually better to do it after it's closed. That way you get a better idea of where to put it. Anyways, moving on. Here is just a little cat that I did in gray velvet yarn. And I like the velvet yarn because it gives it a little dimension, so it doesn't look like a flat gray. It almost looks heather. I kind of like that. I don't know if you can tell. It kind of doesn't look just like a... It looks like there's light and dark spots, and that's just because of the shine. You know, it's all one color, but it's really... I don't know. I really like the way that turned out. So, and then this is another... this is one of my new... what is it? Basics? The Basics chenille. And it's Whisper, I think was the color name. And I really like the way this one turned out. And it actually, let me see if you can, oh Lord have mercy. Anyways, it's kind of got grays and whites and creams and tans. He's really cute. Really cute face. And then I made this one for my daughter. I just made it with some of this kind of cream colored chenille yarn that I got in the Stash Goals, my latest video, my latest yarn haul video. And I just made that one. It's so cute. This one is definitely going to blow out. I've got my window coming, the light coming from there. So, anyway. It's got blue eyes. It's so cute. My daughter absolutely loved it. Okay? And this is the mini kitten. I didn't do the big kitten because I thought that this would be a better with it. I like the size that it came out. All right, so I have one more that I made this week, and then I will show you two oldies but goodies, okay? All right, and this last one is Brie Mouse. And this is so cute. Let's see. Can you see? Her little shoes. Her little shoes. She's so cute. She is so adorable. I love it. And I did face shaping for the first time. I hadn't done face shaping yet. I tried it on one, but this was the first time where I actually kept it and I didn't take it out. So anyways, let's see if I can show you her little face. There it goes. It's cute. Her little ears. She is adorable, and I think this will sell really good at my store. This is the kind of area where they like this kind of pretty stuff. They like the cute stuff too, don't get me wrong, but I think it'll go well here. Oh, I thought I was done. Okay, I also made two leggy frogs. This was in the Parfait Chunky. One of them has experienced a tale of woe. This one, and I had a lighter green and the same color as this Grinch. And my son was playing with it in the bathroom for some reason, and it fell in the toilet. And the toilet had pee in it, so I don't know if we're going to be able to save that guy, but we're going to try and wash him, and then we'll just keep him if I'm satisfied with its cleanliness, which, you know, when it comes to the toilet, I'm usually just not I'm usually just, it grosses me out, so. But I'm going to wash it real good and see if it doesn't, you know, stink too much. But anyway, so there's a leggy frog. He's so cute. And these are really popular at the store there. All right, so I've got two oldies but goodies. I'm going to go through these real quick, and then we'll go through the yarn, and then that'll be it for today's video. So this one, and it's kind of been roughed up. This is the first amigurumi that I ever made. And I found it. I made it for my daughter. She was just a baby. It was my first time making amigurumi, and here it is. And if I can, I will look for the pattern. The pattern is on Ravelry. And So cute. I'd been crocheting for a long time before I made this amigurumi, so I was not a beginner, but I had never made an amigurumi before. So it was my first time sewing on legs and things like that. But anyways, I think it turned out so cute. So here he is, just a little giraffe, and he's a little bit beat up, a little bit, his neck has obviously, you know, worn out a little bit, but he's still so cute, and he sits up pretty good still. And this yarn was, I don't know if y'all remember, Red Heart had a yarn called Ann Getty's yarn. It's like for babies. And so that's what this yarn was. It was like a light 3-weight yarn. But, yep. That was my first amigurumi. I can't believe I found that. And then this is one of my favorite things I have ever made. And I'm going to make it again. And I'm going to make, it comes as part of a set, and I'm going to make the whole thing. I did one, and I loved it. And I went to start another. Let me just show you. And tell me if you know who this is. Do you know who this is? She's lost her glasses. This is Sophia from the Golden Girls. Yes, it's Sophia. I even did a little collar on her. See that? She has a little sweater on. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It is too much, isn't it? I'm going to remake her because this skin color is just giving more dead than alive. And it doesn't really stand out much from her hair. But anyway, I'm going to remake her. But I still love it. I love it. I think it's one of the cutest things I've ever made. And I'm going to make the whole set. I have bought, it was part of a set that you could get at Michael's, and so I bought, I think it was like $30, and it comes in like this kind of book looking thing. And I started on Dorothy, but I could not get her hair right, and I ended up just, I don't know what happened to the rest of it, but I just couldn't get the hair right, and so I was kind of stopped, and I never went on. I had even done a little purse. There was a pattern for the sofa. There was the pattern for all 4 ladies. I started with Sophia. I was working on Dorothy. I hadn't got to Rose or Blanche yet. There was a pattern for the sofa, a pattern for her purse, and some other things. But anyway, so I'm going to get back to that, and I'll keep, and whenever I make progress, whenever that is, I'll show you guys. I'll update you guys. But anyways, let's get into the yarn acquisitions now. So I went to Michael's earlier this past weekend, and I just picked up 2 skeins. I was really good. I could have got more, but I only got 2 skeins. And one of them, I should have had this ready to go, was this Bernat Mystical, and this is in the color Pink Quartz. And then the other one was the green, and this is the color Fresh Green. Okay, and I made 2 of the drift octopus patterns with that. So that was all I got at Michael's. Wasn't that good? I did good at Michael's. And then yesterday, my mom called and said, I'm going to Hobby Lobby. Need anything? I said, are you kidding me? I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a while, and I really did want to get some things. So she so sweetly picked me up these items, and thank you, Mom, for watching. I really appreciated that. So I'm just going to show you what I got. I haven't tried Hobby Lobby's chenille yarn. So this one is called Cozy Occasion, and the color is Rain Wheel. And again, this is for love cats. Okay, trying to block the glare here. Love cats is what I mostly have in mind for this, because those are so popular. But yeah, this is, let me see, it says 5.5 ounces, 101 yards, 156 grams. This is a 6 bulky weight yarn. All right, so I got that in the same brand. the cozy occasion. I got this brown coffee color. It's called coffee? Yeah. And I got this. I need a reindeer and gingerbread color. So yeah, this should be pretty good for that. And I also got this cozy occasion just in white, because we always need white, and I like to have white in the same brand of yarn. That way, if the other ones don't work with it, I always have it. Then right next to it, they have these faux fur balls, and this is just a plain white or cream. It's called Fur of the Moment. It's by Yarn Bee. Okay, and this is 3.5 ounces, 62 yards. Very soft. And this is to make some of those little chicks with the little fuzz on their head. I plan to make some of those. Then she went to the other aisle, and then they had some velvet yarn, so I asked for some there. This is called Adora Ball. This is from Baby Bee. This is just a bright red. Bright red. And this color is red. That's what it's called. Appropriate name. This one is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams and 92 yards. And this is a size 5 bulky, which is about what the other ones are. And then lastly, I saw this Adora Ball super bulky, and I thought this would make a great color for a drift or maybe a baby caterpillar. I bought a caterpillar pattern, so I think it would look cute for a lot of different little things. Maybe even a snake. But so this is super bulky. Let's see, size 6. This is 38 yards, which I was kind of surprised at how little was in it, but I still think I can get a good project out of it. It's calling for a size 15 millimeter crochet hook. I don't think that's necessary, but 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 38 yards. And it's like blue. You can see it pretty good. Blues, pinks, variegated color. Almost looks like hand-dyed yarn, but it's, obviously not. But so that is it for this past week. That's what I've been working on, and I've got other stuff underway. I'm trying to work on a pattern design, and I hope to drop a tutorial very soon. I hope to do a tutorial soon on a good, quick gift that you can use, and it's also a good market item. It's something that I have been making for a while, and I've sold at other stores in the area and at markets, and it's really, really cute. But I haven't seen anything like it. I haven't seen anything like it here on YouTube, at least in English language, English-speaking YouTube. I've seen it. It's very popular in Brazil, and there's thousands of tutorials for it in Portuguese. But I haven't seen any in English. Not exactly like this. Anyways, it's not exactly groundbreaking, but it is. I haven't seen what I want to do. I haven't seen exactly that. So I'm pretty excited about it, and hopefully you guys will check that out and like it and try it. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's little catch up, and come and check out my other videos. I added a yarn haul video this week, and like I said, I will have one more coming, but until it gets here, I'm not gonna worry about that. But that really will be it, unless I'm gifted yarn. So thank you so much for checking out this week's little catch up video of all my recent makes and acquisitions. And drop a comment. What was your favorite thing? Do you have a favorite thing that I made? Have you tried any of this Hobby Lobby yarn? And if you have, what do you think about it? Just leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe to my channel. We're growing here slowly but surely, and I'm just so grateful for everybody that is watching my videos. So thank you so much, and as always, God bless. Deus é bom, sua graça